Well, Europe, here we come. Presumably, we've got loads of European budgets to spend and build a squad that can really... We've got no transfer money and barely any more wage budget. We're moving to the new ground, though, so 2 years. So I think we're going to ignore Scottish free transfer day. I think we've moved beyond that now. I think we just wait for the 1st of July and try and take the English players. We've got a new backup shirt sponsor. That's nice. And we can afford to scout the whole of the Aachen Ireland, which is also nice. This guy has finished as top scorer. Can we have him? Oh, God, we tried to sign him. I remember him now. We actually tried to get this guy. The year we got Critchlow. We could have had them both. Oh, my word. Ryan Hill is Young Player of the Year and wanted by Hearts. Why on earth would he go there after what he's just seen? Manager of the Year. Come on, then. Better than old Bottleface. Can we keep Gethin? We love Gethin. I would like to keep him. He's going to go to Oxford instead of us. That's the annoying thing. He could play in Europe for us. I mean, just play for Preston. Preston have been relegated from the Championship and he can't get in their team. So he's going to go to Oxford rather than coming back here. I hate it. That's the level we're at. Don't let European qualification fool you. We have a 6,000 capacity stadium and we can't keep him because he's going to go to Oxford instead. That's the level we're at. What a good boy he is. Infinitely better than Fletcher. We've upgraded there. Proper East Fife hero. Let's make him captain. Well, that's a chin scratcher. Because they're actually undercutting us and he doesn't even want to go. But it clears the debt. We get to keep, by the time this has all happened, like 70% of it, maybe. What's our current record sale? 2.4 million from last summer. See, that's the thing. If we got 2.4 million for him, Hearn is worth so much more than that. He's like a proper key player for us. I would argue this system only works because of him. I would be happier selling Critchlow. 8 goals from midfield, a 7.2 on average rating, and he just makes that midfield work. But then whenever I'm in predicaments like this, I like to flip it on its head and think, okay, let's say, because we've got no budget at all. Okay, there's effectively no budget at all. So if we had a budget of £7.5 million, which is what we're going to get in our transfer budget. So if we sell him now, we get 7.5 million in our budget. So if our budget was 7.5 million and we didn't have him, would we spend the whole transfer budget on him? And the answer is obviously no. So if we wouldn't buy him in this circumstance, that means we probably should sell him. Problem you face is that you might not get an offer like that again. Yeah, but I perhaps don't want to. I guess we're at a crossroads because even 6 months ago, he forces that through. But the fact that he's not even saying, no, I want to go. He's happy to stay. So do we keep him and make a statement right now that we're not a selling club anymore? We're building a team to try and compete with Celtic, not give them our best players. How long's the contract that he's got left? 3 more years. I think I'm going to reject it because I don't think we can replace him. Your board want you to sell players for a profit. No, they don't. They want me to sell players before buying. Well, I don't plan on buying. We have no budget. Reject. Now, if he decides he wants to go and forces a move through, that's different. But I think if he's happy to stay, we should be delighted to keep him. Watch him now do his cruciate ligament, because that's the other thing. Whenever you have a moment like that, he is absolutely snapping his cruciate ligament in pre-season. I mean, that's an easier decision. So Spursy to offer East Fife's manager a job. Can you imagine in real life? That is so Spursy. Goodness me. Hi, Andy Evans of Sky Sports News. How are you doing? Why did you decline Tottenham's invitation of an interview for their vacant manager's post? Well, then. Yoink. Let's have a little... So, additional comments. I couldn't stop laughing because hiring East Fife's manager after one fluky Europa League qualification. Oh, I can't do any more. He's so Spursy. I want to do a proper essay. Yeah. I've abbreviated it. They know what I mean. How much do our better players earn? Oh, yeah, we're not getting anyone any good, are we? Why are we paying him that much money? See, if they want to offer me 6 or 7 million for him, he only started 8 games for us. He's our highest paid player. That is an example of somebody I'm happy to sell for big money. Offer him out. You're a rascal, Topher. Yeah, okay. We'll take 6.8 million for him. That feels like rebuild money. Yeah, we'll reluctantly accept that. I think that's a good piece of business. Please go. Please go. Please go. I love the fact that I was going to say he's West Ham, not Oxford. If we're just signing off players from Oxford, that's absurd. Who the hell is he? Is he the guy we were just looking at? Yeah. I mean, that was quick. He's made a very quick decision to come in. How much money have we just offered this guy? I mean, fine. Come in. Now we're going for... I mean, my director of football is doing my business for me. I'm just leaving him to it. He's doing some incredible signings here. Dennis is going to be gone before the 1st of July. It's all coming together. Boom. Would you look at what that does? Would you look at what that does? I can get so many toys. We'll even leave a bit for signing on fees. Why not? What's the harm? Oh. Oh. Very excitement. He's still not having a signing on fee. What do you think this is? You heard we've got money because it's not true. Excuse me. Excuse me, young man. What are you doing? There you go. That's more like it. And we've got these 2 new boys in. So a new left back who seems perfectly adequate as a rotation option for Bexton. And a new goalkeeper who, again, I mean, perfectly adequate rotation option. We've got a proper backup now. That's questionable. Yeah, we'll welcome those 2 in. Both relatively cheap as well. And we should have solved our money problem. Look at that. Oh, what a very fun game this is sometimes. It is the 1st of July. What do we need? We've got 2 good keepers, 2 good left backs, 2 good right backs in Owen and Parker. We've got 3 centre backs, so we need a centre back, and Mensah's probably questionable. We probably need 2 centre backs. We definitely need some midfielders. We've only got Hearn and Miller, so we need at least 2 midfielders, probably 3, because Hearn might drop back to play centre back occasionally. So in goal, none of these trialists are better than what we've already got. I will hydrate. Starting from the back, because we know we're going to throw the money at strikers. Right, our left backs are better than this lot as well. Didn't we get a new one? Yeah, Peter Mensah. So we don't need to bring in players who aren't as good as the ones we've got. Again, I'm not particularly interested in bringing in old men at fullback. But centre-back, we definitely need players. Right. Tom Bacon has got 1 England cap. Don't we already have... Which one of our defenders has got England caps? It's David Williams. We could have a centre-back partnership who are both under 23 and have played full internationals for England. Wouldn't that be a thing? Come on, Tommy Bacon. I just don't want to give you these still. I'm a little bit against them. So that might be the deal breaker for these more expensive players. I'll let him have whatever salary he wants. We've got salaries to pay. Do we want an old man? Not really. Not even got a full moustache. If he had a full moustache, maybe. Then we've got Hill. That guy, again, no moustache. And then Hearn. And then this guy's a little bit younger, but he's a midfielder. But he is Brazilian. We'll come back to him. And then Williams and Andy Smith. Might just be handy to have as a squad player. Handy Andy. If he's cheap, we'll bring Handy Andy in. Just as a fourth centre-back. I feel like a 4th centre-back is a handy thing to have. Right, and then we do need midfielders. So we just looked at one a minute ago. What was his name? The Brazilian guy. So we want him. Because he's Brazilian. That's the kind of thing that makes me want this guy. And then let's look at the non-Brazilians. So they're old again. We don't really want old players. God, they are all ancient. We might go for this guy without a moustache. Oh, blimey. That's a lot of money. Oh, right. We want him. Don't even need to look at it. Don't need any more information. We want him. He's 23. That means he's good. And then we've got Bridge Wilkinson, so we don't really need anybody else there. We certainly need players on the left. This guy's just called Albert. So, yeah, we want Albert. Come on, Albert. In you come. We need 2 left wingers. So he's a striker. We'll come back to him in a minute. We'll take you as well, because you're quick. And I think English count as homegrown in nation. Do they? They should do. It's all UK. And then on the right, we'll come back to that. We want strikers. Don't really want him. Do want this guy, though. I mean, you got to remember as well, we're probably not going to get all of these or even necessarily many of these. This is very much a first wave of players we're making offers to. But it is lovely to be able to make these kind of offers. This is the first time we've been able to make offers on this kind of level, which is super duper. So I think we just need to see how this first batch do. See how many of them we get. Can we have Gethin back, please? I mean, we could probably buy Gethin. How much would he cost to buy? Ha! 10 million pounds. Yeah, you're all right. Thanks. Don't really want him. Right, we've got Albert. Albert's in. The highest paid player in the history of the football club is Albert. Look at him. I tell you what, look at him. Are you using your eyeballs to look at Albert? Look at the state of him. What a man. We just signed a player from Real Madrid. Is he now the best player at the club? Damn straight he is. Probably. Yes, he is. He is now the key player. Does he go into the Dream 11? That's the question. 6th, my eye. Yeah, Albert and Hearn are our 2 best players. Oh, and we paid money for this guy. I wasn't aware that was happening. What a career trajectory. Started at Man City. Went to Luton on a free. They sold him for over 4 million after he played once. Since then, he's only played 4 more times. This is his 2nd transfer since, and we got him for 230,000. Right, we've got Dedimar Gonçalves as well. I mean, we literally only signed him because he's Brazilian, but he'll be fine. We needed midfielders. He's not come in to start. He's not going to get past Hearn and Miller. Another decent player who's not on crazy money. I like the fact we're getting a few of them in as well, just to fill the squad out. We're not going to have to rely on loads of loans for once. We're just filling up the squad with decent players and then having a few stars scattered throughout. Right, Bacon went to West Brom. Oh, that's annoying. He's gone to Hearts. And he's gone to Sevilla. Okay. We didn't get many of them. We're going to have another round of this in a minute. But Albert's still a great signing. Right, Moreira might be coming in. What flavour was Moreira? A midfielder. We don't play... We don't play with central midfield. I'm sure there was a thought process there, but I don't know what it was. Guess he could play attacking midfield. We'll teach him to play defensive midfield. Again, just filling out the squad with some players in positions that were a little bit light on numbers. And then happy to let the summer happen at a more relaxed pace for once. Because we've got a pretty decent squad there and loads of money left over. So we can just wait for good options to come up, because that is a starting 11. That works for me. I mean, he probably becomes a winger. But I think on the face of it, I mean, that would be Miller there normally, but let's sign him, because if he's good enough to get into that team, then we should probably sign him. Interesting. We're actually getting some offers for our boys. Got no interest in selling him, but he has got a £6 million release clause. So we might just want to eliminate that. See if we can get rid of the release clause. There we go. Beautiful. We might just have a little look to see. He's good. We might just, he doesn't play in a position we use, but he's good. We might just have a little look and see if there's any players who are homegrown in Scotland that we might want to bring in. But these are Scottish players. We're not going to sign a Dylan. You know my thoughts there, boys and girls. Maybe someone who's Scottish that we could loan. Tom Edwards at Stuttgart is Welsh, but he's homegrown in Scotland because he had 3 years at Ross County. Can we loan him? We can loan him. Okay, we shall loan him. There we go. Maybe even now, because we've just signed another centre-back. Doesn't seem very Scottish, but let's hope he played for East Fife in his youth. He's homegrown at Wolves. That's less helpful than you would think. Oh, everyone's arriving now, look. Now we're going to have a squad mutiny because I'm not going to be able to register them all. The fact we still don't know who we're playing in Europe is encouraging, because that means we enter Europe quite late on, which means we've got more chance of fluking it through to the league stage. I mean, Real Madrid legend Oliver Skip. Yeah, all right, we'll have him. Doesn't go to Real Madrid anymore, apparently. Brentford and then Wolves. We'll take him. And Oliver Skip is signing for East Fife. There you go. Right, this is another old man, but he's 6'3" and has loads of, I was going to say Premier League experience. He has loads of Championship experience, but I mean, I'm not against him coming in. On loan as well. My director of football is not letting me down so far. If he feels like we need some old men to help us in Europe, we'll bring in some old men to help us in Europe. I'm on board with it. No, it's an optional future fee, so I don't mind that. Although £950 to, in fact, £950, 950,000 to loan him for the year. Yeah, we're withdrawing that. I'm not paying £1 million to take someone on loan. We've never spent £1 million on a player. Are we signing Anthony Gordon? I mean, it'd actually be quite handy. If he's coming in on a free transfer, all that Premier League experience, we could probably do with another wide player. So I might just let that one happen. I know he's 33, but I'm more comfortable with that on a free transfer than spending £1 million to loan a 33-year-old. How much would his salary be? 10k a week? Yeah, Anthony Gordon on 10k a week. Yeah, we'll go for that. Absolutely, we go for that. Right, we're about to play some football matches. I wish clubs would stop trying to buy her. And look at the amount of money we could get for him. 12 million from Birmingham. At what point do we just take it? Probably. I mean, I don't think we need to. If we hadn't already done a big sale this summer, then maybe. But I think we've got a really good squad. I think this is a squad. It's certainly a much better squad than last year. I actually think we have a run at Champions League this year with the squad that we've got. Right. Oh, God, I forgot we had to do this. This is going to be a mess. Trying to register our Europa League squad. Yeah, we're going to have a player mutiny here. I totally forgot this was about to happen. There is going to be a lot of furious players because we don't have any homegrown. Well then. And we have no one homegrown coming through either. We actually need to focus on signing 18-year-olds, so at least in 3 years' time this isn't a problem anymore. Right, so Sir George is in, and then we're just not going to put a backup keeper in. Is that mad? Because we could put a homegrown at club backup keeper. It's better to have our reserve goalkeeper in a mood, isn't it? Surely. We could put those two in as backups. It does mean this guy is going to be leading the riot. Sell Hearn and vice one, because we need Hearn, though. At left back, he'll be starting left back. He'll be starting right back. And then we'll have him and him. And then him and him. And Lennon Miller gets in because he's homegrown in nation, the only one we've got. And then we've got to get New Boy in. And then on the left, it'll be him. On the right, it's him. Right, at least we have a first team. And now we're allowed... So we're going to be allowed another, like, 5 players from the rest of the squad. Oh, no. Right, so let's pick another defender. Who's next up on the list of defenders that we'd want to take? Oh, my word. Parker can play right back and left back, so he makes sense. Who the hell is he? Okay, he isn't getting in. Who are you? Jared Hewson. Oh, you're the new right back. Okay. And you're the new left back. Right, I think Estrada probably, because he can cover 2 positions, gets in. We need another striker. So that would be Owen, I guess. And Anthony Gordon gets in because it would be mad to sign him and then not put him in. Bridge Wilkinson needs to be in. And I think that's it, isn't it? I don't think we're allowed anybody else. So that's really harsh on Nathan McDonald, for example. Can we put him in? Yes, we can get Nathan McDonald in. Is there anyone else who's missing who definitely should be in? He needs to be put in the reserves, so I forget he exists. So Mensah is not going to be happy. Hewson's not going to be happy. Who's Finley Cartwright? Who cares? Jack Ryan we used quite a lot last year, but I guess he's kind of been replaced by Moreira. Who's Lenny Stilgo? Don't even know who this guy is. We've just signed him, apparently. Can we squeeze another one in? No. So I think we've just got to go with that. That is a lot of players who didn't make it in. How's my reputation as a manager gone up? Yeah, I won Manager of the Year last year, so my reputation should have increased off the back of that, you would think. Maybe my reputation is so much better. I'll be super happy. I bet there was a better striker to pick than Owen. I mean, there isn't in the squad. I mean, Anthony Gordon, I guess, might end up being our backup striker. We kind of need to sign one, Brendan Critchlow. The thing is, it's hard to bring a striker in who's going to be better than Owen because Critchlow's so good. They're just going to have to come in and be happy to sit on the bench. Now I'm a fantasy UEFA manager. I mean, I don't even know if it's a thing post-patch. They've done another patch in the last week, haven't they? So they might have toned it down again. Every patch seems to change how much the player mutinies are a problem. They were a nightmare at the start of the game. Then they were basically non-existent. Then they turned them back up again. What did they do on the most recent patch? They might have turned them back down again. So it might not even be a problem. It's fine to have a few players who are unhappy. The issue comes when they make the whole squad unhappy with them. So it's when you do it to a team leader. I don't think we've left a team leader out. Brendan. Topher loves that song. It's his favourite. I mean, there's an easy way to check, isn't there? Ahaha! Starks Park in the Europa League. What the hell is the point of that? Where is it? Kirkcaldy. It's Rafe Rovers' ground. What on earth is the point of that? Of all the nonsense. How far away is that for an extra 2,500 seats? Absolute nonsense. 4 out of 10 for the attempt at Kirkcaldy. How else could you possibly pronounce that? I'm just going to sit here and wait until someone tells me how that could possibly be pronounced differently. And if you're not pronouncing all of the letters, it doesn't count. Kirkcaldy. Yeah, that's stupid. That's clearly not what it says. Do I need to go back to Scotland and teach people to read? There's an L in there. Why are we doing this again? We've just gone through the torture of this. If I press auto select... Right, what horrible thing might it have done here? Estrada was manager for Umaga. Ah, is that the guy? Okay. I knew the name was familiar. God, that's a long time ago then. I'm so old. Umaga must have been 20 years ago. Armando Alejandro Estrada. Your memory is better than mine unless you've just Googled that. Grr. How are we losing? We're losing to the top of the table team, Topher. And there's been a patch. Plus, we've got Oliver Skip, so we're always going to be a bit Spursy for as long as he's here. We've accepted that we're unlikely to win anything for a little while anyway, so we'll take the Spursiness. We've only got, like, 8% Spursiness. I don't think anyone else is a Spurs reject in this team, are they? We haven't got £11 million to sign him. Oh, here we go. Jack Ryan's got a grumpy on. I mean, to be honest, if someone wants to give us £13 million for him, we'll take it. We'll register him for the next round. If he's the only one who's going to kick... fiddlesticks. Again, Takis, if someone wants to give us money for him, we might actually just try and sell Takis. Because with Gordon coming in, he's fallen well down the pecking order. Are they just going to come in one by one now? Finley Cartwright, who on earth are you? You're not getting in. I'd argue at least his value with some of the... I would disagree. I've explained my decision. There we go. I mean... Oh, good. He's the one who's got 10 people agreeing with him. So let's offer him out on loan. And hope someone takes the problem away. We can't sell him because we've only just signed him. Now, Mensa, we're literally selling you, aren't we? No, you're a different guy. Who's the guy we're selling? Oh, we've got 2 Mensas. Oh, God, why have we got 2 people called Mensa? How am I supposed to... How long has that been a thing? I thought they were the same man. What's gone on here? Why is there 2? This guy looks great. I wonder if he's Scottish to help with our registration issue. I mean, goodness me. Goodness, he's one of these secret South Africans that you get from time to time. We're going to sign a secret South African. I love a secret South African. Straight from Cape Town City. 19 caps already. He's going to be a superstar. Oh, get lost, you bunch of clowns. He doesn't even play for us in the league. Who cares? Honestly, who cares? Been informed that some of you are concerned about the way I've handled Finley Cartwright. We're not sure what you have against him, but it's concerning of you. Shut up, Albert. I'll try to act differently in future. There you go. I'm glad that I can't just give them... If FM ever becomes voice controlled, I'm going to be much worse at man management. This takeover has been rumoured for 2 years, by the way, boys and girls. Don't get too excited about it. Right, no one wants Cartwright, which is a problem. He's so far down the pecking order. Let's just transfer list him. See if anyone wants to take him off us. Owen wants to start more games. Well, he's not good enough to start more games. He's got to get in ahead of Critchlow. He's not going to. So he'll have to leave if that's the case. Yeah, you're a squad player. I can do that. There you go. See, that's the right attitude. He can stay for years now with that attitude. That's excellent. More of that, please. We want more, whatever his name is, and less Cartwrights. Look at all these problems with Takis. What a grumpus. Has my secret South African come in yet? Not yet. Because we're going to need to register him for Europe. No one wants Finley Cartwright. Oh, no, Jack Ryan's unhappy promise is not kept. There was absolutely no way I could have kept the promise, Jack. Get a surname, you idiot. Right, it's the draw. I mean, we'll do the intro here.